welcome back to Lehman Library, here with Marilyn Storytime. I know we're right in the middle of summer. We're having so much fun. I hope you're reading lots of books and getting lots of stickers and prizes. And come to the library if you haven't joined our summer reading program yet. Be sure and do it. It's not too late until the whole program is over. And adults, it's not just for kids, it's for anybody. So today, one of the books, and if you listen to this whole thing, you can count this as one of your stories even. So the name of the book that we have today is called Tickly Octopus. Do you like to be tickled? Oh, I know some of my family members. Some like to be tickled and some just hate it to be tickled. So our story today is about this octopus who likes to tickle. So are you ready to hear about it? Here we go. Down in the ocean, there was a very interesting octopus. Oh, you know how octopus are. They have 8 legs and they swim all around. And oh, he was swimming all through the ocean, through the coral reefs and all through the seaweed. He could do just about anything and swim anywhere. Oh, he loved swimming. But what he loved most of all was tickling. And he would go up to all the little teeny tiny fish in the sea and he would tickle them. Oh, the little fish would giggle and they would think that was so much fun. And he tickled them all day and all night, and the little fish just thought it was grand. Well, one day the little fish weren't around. They would normally jump and giggle and think it's really great fun, but they weren't around where Octopus was. And so he thought, I see this little sea star down at the bottom of the ocean. I think I'll go tickle the sea star. So the octopus got all his swimming in, and he swam down to where the sea star is, and he tickled the sea star, and the sea star said, "Stop it! I don't like to be tickled." Tickly Octopus thought, "Oh, I'm sorry." Well, pretty soon he thought, I've got to be able to tickle somebody. That's what I like to do the most. So he went over and saw a little clickety-clackety crab over there. Oh, clickety-clacky crab was just sitting there, not even paying attention. And he sneaked up to the crab and tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, it was so much fun. The crab snapped at him and said, "Go away." Oh, Tickly Octopus thought, well, I don't understand it. Nobody likes to be tickled except the little fish. But I love tickling, he said. And so he went on tickling, and he went back to the little fish and tickled them some more, and they giggled and had so much fun. But one day he went over to the far other side of the sea, and he saw a beautiful oyster sitting there. She had her gorgeous, precious pearl sitting in her shell, and she was asleep. He thought, oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to sneak up on Oyster and tickle her. She'll think it's wonderful. And sure enough, he swam over to where she was, and he went, ah! And Oyster just, oh my goodness, she just lost it. Oh, she was so startled, she didn't know what to think. And that pearl fell right out of her shell. She said, oh no, my precious pearl. I've been working on that pearl for so long. You must go find it. Oh, what have you done, Octopus? Well, Tickly Octopus felt really sad. He didn't really mean to do any harm to Oyster. He said, no problem. I'll go swim through the ocean and I'll follow it. Well, that pearl was going through the ocean current. It was moving pretty fast. So Octopus swished and he swished and he swam around so fast he couldn't believe it to himself. He had never been swimming that fast before. He thought, I'm a pretty speedy octopus. And he followed that pearl. He kept his eye on it, and he saw it go, and he raced through that water. Well, that pearl kept falling. It was going down to the bottom of the sea, and he thought, oh, I've got to go get it. And he said, whoosh. He swam, and he went so deep. He said, ooh, I've never seen all this dark part of the sea before. I didn't know I could swim this deep. He thought, this is great. I'm learning something about myself. And he swam down there. And just as he was about to grab that pearl, it went down a little crevice. And it went down this little skinny tube. And the octopus thought, oh no, how am I going to get that? And he thought, I've got to get it. Oyster's going to be so mad. So he squeezed his body together and he slipped through that little crevice in the ocean and he followed that pearl. And he said, ooh, I didn't know I was so squishy. Ooh, this is great. I'm learning so much about myself. and he squeezed and pushed and pulled, and he finally got a hold of that pearl. Oh, and as he was holding that pearl, getting ready to squeeze back up and come through, he saw a really ferocious and dangerous eel. The eel said, "Give me that pearl." And Tickly Octopus thought, "No way, I gotta get going fast." So he swam. He knew he could swim fast now. He swam as fast as he could. He huffed and he puffed and he thought, "Oh, I've never swum this hard in my whole life. This is such a long way to go. Oh my goodness." And as he got closer and closer, that eel came up closer and closer. And he thought, "What am I going to do?" Well, suddenly Octopus was so frightened that he squirted out a bunch of black ink. "What is that?" thought Octopus. "I've never done that before." Well, it made such a big stain in the water that the eel couldn't even see where Octopus was anymore. It clouded everything up. And so Octopus got away with that pearl in his hand. And so he got all the way up there and he says, "Ooh, I didn't know I was so inky. Oh, this is great. I'm speedy and I can swim down in the deep and I'm squishy. And oh my goodness, I'm inky. Oh, I'm so glad I did all this today." And he took that pearl back to Oyster, and she said, "Here you go, Miss Oyster. I'm so sorry I scared you. I will never tickle you again and frighten you if you don't like it." She said, "Good." But he said, "But you're not going to believe it. I found out all these things about myself, and I can do all these great things." He said, "But I still like to tickle. So I'm going to go back over to my spot in the ocean, and I'm going to find my little fish friends." And he did. He tickled them, and they giggled, and they had so much fun. But Tickly Octopus was much more careful about who he tickled from now on. So if you ever would like to get a book about octopus, they are really kind of amazing creatures. In fact, we have some replicas of some octopus in our children's department. You can come see what they look like and check out some books and find out what that inky stuff is. It's kind of neat. So come check out books. Remember to count this one as one of your reading books that you've read so you can get an additional sticker and get your name in the drawings for all the fun prizes that we have. All right, I hope you get to go down in the ocean one day yourself and see a real live octopus. I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in today. Bye-bye.